Alright, so I want to talk about some of these reference over here. So we can create this kind of ladder that will go along very well with our armor pieces. If you are doing something that has ladder, that has belts, that has armor, okay, you can use this insert mesh to do that, and then you can combine them with some hard surface and chains and things like that, and it can give you some very nice effects to create this kind of designs very easily. Okay, so hopefully you will learn something from this tutorial. So let's get started. Okay, so I created a shirt for this character by having a mask. So I mask this whole area here and then extract it as a shirt. Okay, so if I want to create something like a shoulder pad, I can also just mask out an area for a shoulder pad. And I'll do an extract and I accept it. Okay, so if I have these two areas here, it can help me connect. So my character reference don't really have armor like this, but I want to just show this method and teach you a little bit about this very cool brush. Okay, so let's say your this shoulder pad is already very highly detailed. Okay, so maybe you take a look at the one of the armor, sorry, not armor, panel loops tutorial that I've put in the link in the description, or you can also look at what we did before with shoulder guards. So we should set that as our standard, something that has a shoulder guard, the outer area and the inner area is of a different thickness, different design, and different. So we will be able to apply different textures to it if we have the parts differently. Okay. So same thing with our ladder. So if we have something like this already, and then if I want to create some ladder, so I have this ladder stripes brush by Cxyda. Okay, you can also go to the website to download more of the other brushes. So very cool brushes are off my symmetry, and then you can see can just create a IMM curve like this, and then you will come up with the belt as well as this metallic part here, and the poly count is very low for this. I'll show you. Okay, but I just want to pull first. So every time I create something, I want to pull, make it to make it straighter. Just want to pull it to the back a little bit. Yeah, speed up mask points, delete points. Okay, so let me look at this. This is 2,000 points only. With such nice design, everything is smooth. So it really works pretty well for us. So if you want to make something like this or create some belts for your characters, so some characters have a lot of this kind of layering and design to it, and it can take some time to do. But if you use this iron brush, it can save you quite a bit of time. Okay, so I'm just trying to put this in the right spot. Yep, and then so maybe this chain I can push it to the back, you know, and maybe in the front I can use another ladder. Maybe there's a circular one coming from this side to the other side. Okay, change the draw size to smaller. You're adjusting smaller, too small. Maybe this is good, and then maybe I just want to lock the end. Sorry, not lock the end. I just want to position it slightly differently. Actually, I could work with this, so I delete 3 mask one, and then yeah. So if you think you're able to work with this, give it a try, and then I'll just split the points out. So just now, I have a feeling that I could work with this. That's why I just spread it out. Maybe if it doesn't, just do again since it's so easy anyway. Okay, So maybe I want this to have an intersect like this, and then I kind of like this turn somewhat. So this turn in the design, maybe I'll push it out like this, so maybe this is another part that will connect over here. And maybe I can create some pouch here if I want to continue this further, and it can look very interesting as well. So maybe these armor pieces, I want to make it asymmetrical. So maybe the one on the left is bigger than the one on the right. I can also let it connect. Okay, so pretty nice way for us to use the IMMs. I hope you enjoy it too. Maybe I just want to make one more piece. Go towards the back. Maybe this one will be smaller. So right now it's kind of being a bit too much, but maybe I can still work with this. Let me try. I guess not. I can only delete that whole part here. Okay, then actually let's try that. And we close the hole. So the front end, I'll only have this belt, and you connect to the front. So you can see it's up to you to change how you want to use the design. Or maybe later I can add my own screw, and maybe the back design. I'll use it according. I don't know. I don't know about the back. Anyway, this is just a test to show you how everything could work out. So you see, with just three tweaks, and then I have something decent to work with over here. And then so maybe this one I could I need to push it down so the gravity will work a little bit better. And maybe this clothes I should push it in. It's not so tight. And maybe if the breast is too big, I can push in the breast a bit as well. So sometimes when you start to do clothing and stuff, you may want to adjust your inner side of the body just a little bit. It's okay. So you can make things a bit easier for you too. Okay, so yeah, so same thing for the bottom. I can use another, there's so many different stripes, you see. So this one can be an ending stripe. Maybe after it goes here, there's another ending stripe that I can use later. Split on mask points, delete point. So maybe towards the front, I want something that's circular. So really a lot of ways we can control how we do this. Size a bit bigger. Split on mask points. And obviously, I think what you can also do is we can hide this these pieces first, and then we do a stroke function, and we can do a frame mesh, so we can frame to this side here. So, okay, so actually maybe that's too much. So actually I should hide the all these points, and I'll do frame mesh here, so it will make a bit more sense. Frame mesh, so I only have the frame mesh here. Also be careful when you're using this method, because I'll definitely save before I use a frame mesh like this. I just want to save even when I'm doing a video, because dealing with curves like this, it can crash quite easily. So let's say I have a curve already, I can make use of this to create, whoa. So this is a bit too crazy, but who knows, maybe I can make some of this work. Spin unmasked points, delete hidden, um, too much stuff, too much stuff. And yeah, man. When I press Shift F5, I can. Sorry, what Shift F5? Shift F. I can select the poly groups, and then Control Shift click. I can hide or unhide certain parts. And then you can see whichever parts you want to keep, whichever parts you may want to delete. Okay, so I think this is just a demo to show you how that brush works. Obviously there are others that I should show as well. So the one right beside it is the belt. So it will create the belt in the front. Spin unmasked point, delete hidden. The other one in the omni chain brush I've showed you before, that we can create some chains on our characters, pull it a little bit so the chains will become straight. Spin unmasked point, delete hidden. Okay, there is also a mag chains that we can use. Spin unmasked point, delete hidden. Okay, so bunch of different things that we can use. So remember to go and explore on your models, screws or different industrial parts, and you should be able to find a way to create your model according to your reference design quite easily. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.